Hello, everybody, and welcome to Toffee Bluecast Instant Match Reaction. Everton 2-2, Nottingham Forest 0. I'm going to get your word, Paul. I'm going to get your word. But first of all, I just want to start this show by saying a game that made us so happy. I'm going to down it a little bit here and say I really hope Beto's okay, because that was a really bad bang that Beto took, gas and everything. I hate them. I really do hate them, because you don't know whether the player's gone. Well, he was unconscious. You could see the way he landed. You don't know whether anything can happen. Anything. Like, you fear the worst when something like that happens. You really do. You're thinking, is there a pulse and stuff like that? We've seen it with Wolves player, didn't we? So, but one thing I will say, it was a long wait, and they don't let you know because they take the cameras off them, and you're all scared, ain't you, Paul? And they take the cameras off them. It was a long wait, but Beto, being the Spartan he was, hand up like the Seamus Coleman sort of moment, wasn't it? Sorry, hand up. I like that. Do you know what? He's on the gas. He don't even know whether he's going to frigging survive, and he's got his hand up to the fans, showing appreciation for the appreciation to him. So yeah, shout out to Beto. It makes me feel sick when that happens. Is it you, Paul?
Yeah, I've had it as well. You know, head collision and everything else, and it's not nice. It isn't nice, and it's the reactions from people around you that you can tell how bad it is.
McNeil.
You can tell how bad it is. So when you saw McNeil sort of going away and stuff, and then stuff like it's yeah, it's not nice. But the fact that he was conscious by the end and straight off to hospital, he'll be fine.
And
he'll be
would have. And I also do want to say the last thing on this, and we're going to celebrate big time, by the way. People in the comments get on. We won. But also, what I do want to say is I actually thought Beto played really well when he come on. Yeah, he was holding the ball up really well. They confuse me, these strikers do, because Beto starts and you think, nah, Calvert-Lewin starts and Beto comes on and then livens up again. And you go for thinking, is Beto good? Is he not good? Is he? But I thought when Beto come on, he was really, really good. And he was trying his best for us. That's a big reason why he took the knock, because he was putting himself about. So shout out to Beto. We love you. Get better. Calvert-Lewin come off. We might need you. And Shamiti come on as well. So let's do this then, Paul. How are you feeling on this? We put it to bed.
Brilliant. I mean, 1-0 for a long time. I mean, as it says on the banner at the bottom there, it must be some weird moon, full moon or something. Right. Down again, shoot on target.
Come on! I had to have a little bit of energy there. I ain't let it out. Keep it, enjoy the game, don't you? Can't celebrate to the final whistle. So yes, come on!
Gueye on the score sheet, and then McNeil in the middle of the pitch, which I often like to see him, and shooting from outside the box. Why not? That's what we want to see. Shots on goal, and we got the rubber the green off the post twice.
And off the referee as well. Rubber the green off the referee. A referee on our side. It's a couple of things to talk about. We'll only have a half an hour show. We'll let everyone get off and celebrate. But I thought, like, why I've just said that, let's just talk about him. The referee was massively on our side today. And if it wasn't for the referee, by the way, it would have been a lot harder game. I mean, the Young handball, some people said it wasn't, but his arm was out. We've seen it given against Onana. You know what I mean? The Young tackle, Young didn't seem to get much of the ball. They said it was a collision. What's a penalty for me? Some people are saying it was okay. But yeah, fantastic that was, wasn't it?
I was one of those that said don't shoot. I've seen one or two other people on Twitter as well say don't shoot, and he did, and he went in. Yeah, decision wise, I think we've got VAR to thank. Whoever was on VAR, don't want to big them up too much because they've shot us in the back quite a few times in the past. But yeah, Young could have. I think maybe one out of the three would have would have been given if VAR asked Anthony Taylor to go to the screen. I think one of the three was probably a penalty.
Yeah, we was very lucky with the referee, and that is one talking point that I do think that Forest will feel like they'll be angry with the referee. They'll be very angry with the referee because that was us. We wouldn't have liked it. So finally, we get a referee on our sides. We never normally do, so we'll take it. Referee massively helped us out today. We'll put that to bed. Man of the match, I've seen in the comments. We will say who the man of the match is at the end of the show. Well, in a minute. Dropped lineup. I spoke to you about it, Paul. We got our Gomes, got gone again, got my centre midfield bid, didn't we? Really? Yeah.
We did. I can just to sort of keep everyone up to date because we don't know what people manage to see, etc. So just give me a moment and let's get this lineup on the screen.
Ashley Young, right back. A lot of people was frustrated with. I at first, I'm not gonna lie, I looked at Ashley Young right back and I was disappointed. But then I got over it and thought, you know what? I don't care as long as we win. Who plays? So I got behind him. He could have gave away 2 penalties, so I've still got big questions on Ashley Young, but he got us the win, didn't he? I suppose he got us the win. The Harrison was a bit non-existent. I thought this game. Thought Harrison was.
I don't know. I thought I was quite
did
pleased.
His job, but
I was quite pleased with Harrison getting around the outside. To be honest, there was 1 or 2 moments in the first half that he got to the line and then pulled it back, and then there was actually about 3 times in the second half where he didn't. He got to the line, and either crossed it in or did what he did when we had a chance towards the end. I think he played it across the 6-yard box. Forest defender got in the way eventually, but just getting down to that byline just makes the defenders think a little bit more and creates more chances. So yeah, I was quite happy with Harrison. Actually, it's probably one of his better games for us since November.
probably because
What do you think of those scores?
And Harrison.
Yeah, what do you think of those?
Well,
scores?
for me, I'll say it now. While you've got the score and while you're asking that, you're kind of talking me into this now. For me, the man of the match. I don't know whether you see my tweet. Is Idrissa Gueye by an absolute million miles. And by the way, Brantford was good. Toffee too. Brantford was fantastic, but Idrissa Gueye was man of the match by a country mile. I didn't know why I needed Idrissa Gueye to play, but I felt like I did, and it was justified when he played today. I just felt like, I said to you, didn't I, on the pre-match, Paul, he cares for Everton. That's what I said to you. He cares for Everton. So the combination of experience and he cares, I wanted that in my team. And I tell you something, best game you've ever seen him play in an Everton shirt, Paul?
He
did nothing wrong. Idrissa
Gueye,
man of the match. Yeah, best ever. Scored. Turned the ball over loads, drove up the pitch with the ball 24/7. Didn't ever see him lose the ball all game. Interceptions, like, honestly, I kept my eye on him. Sensational all game. Like, really, really good all game. And you'll probably think, oh, we didn't play that well, so was he that good? But Gomes wasn't that good. I thought Idrissa Gueye was carrying him a little bit. But yeah, if you watch that back, the combination of the goal by Gueye, keeping the ball, even at the end of the game, driving us up the pitch, not losing the ball. I thought he was fantastic. That was the old Gueye. That was Idrissa Gueye.
Yeah, it was good. It was actually it's interesting to see that he's had 100 shots from outside the box, and he scored twice outside the box. But it was good timing. It was bloody good timing.
Cobra celebrate. Well, just before Idrissa Gueye scored that goal, Paul, he was in that position before that, and you're thinking shoot. And then he got in it again. And he ain't as bad at shooting as Alan. Like, I had that thing in my head where you knew he couldn't shoot, and he used to laugh when he shot Alan. But just to go on again, I've watched him for PSG. He can hit the point. I've watched him in shooting practice, and he's got a shot on it. We just don't see it. And it was a good finish, wasn't it? Do you think it was a spawny finish, or do you think it was nice, cool, composed, put it in the corner?
I mean, he probably wanted to drive it, but he's hit it and it's curved away from the keeper. You know, the fact that it's on target is the main thing for me for Gueye because it normally flies high over the bar. So, however he's hit it, it's The keeper's been a little bit
Agreed.
unsighted, but because it's just curved away, it's just curled away at the right time and gone in off the post. So you knew we were blessed as soon as that as soon as it went in. Yeah, like Blue said, he scuffed it. But you know what? They all
I thought it
count.
was a bit stuff.
They
That's
all
why I
count.
asked. A bit spawny. Yeah.
Yeah, they all count, and that's his highlight of the season. That and Palace away.
It was a cracking celebration as well. I don't know whether he's got an agreement with Dan Juma to do the Cobra. Don't know whether he's got that agreement, but that seems to be his new thing, is to do the Cobra, and it's good. It's good because I've seen Dan Juma talking to Ghana Gay at half time or at one of the breaks, and Dan Juma was proper getting Ghana Gay up for it, and they was proper like pumping each other. But I like that. I like that, to seeing the bench passionate about the 11 doing well, even when Dan Juma's not playing. I'm game for that.
I think the
game,
6 point. I think the 6.4 is probably a bit harsh on Gomez. It's like Chris says. Chris Powers here, messaging from Pennsylvania, USA. Thanks, Chris. Gomez's free kicks were pretty shocking, so that's why his score is down a bit. But beyond that, everything seemed to go through him. Everything, sort of transitions or whatever they say, going from defence to the forwards. Gomez was feeding quite a lot of people, so it's
the problem
it was good. It was good. I thought he played all right.
Like you say, Paul, you're right. Gomez, like, when he was holding the ball up, he was strong. When he was on the ball, he didn't lose it. And he really did press sometimes pretty well. So his overall game was good. But when Everton need a goal and we're good at corners, and his corners that shit, it stays in your head. When we need a goal and his free kicks that crap, it stays in your head. There was also a moment where we could have got him on the counter attack, and Gomes just took a little bit longer, didn't he? We had two players on the go, and he just didn't put the ball through. And they're good attacking moments for us, and Gomez just didn't take full advantage of them. But his overall game was fantastic, and he definitely helps us when he's in the team. Definitely helps us. It's always going to come off at that moment in the game, by the way. He's not going to last the whole game, but
no.
I think
well,
to start off a game, he made us stable, didn't he?
Yeah, we were talking about that last night, weren't we? And the fact that if he does start, you're not going to see him. So is it better that he starts, or better that he comes on and try and create something? So I'm glad he did start. In hindsight, Ghana Gay was the right person to play as well. Interesting that James Garner came on later. Onana didn't get on the pitch. And Harrison gave a good account of himself. And I don't want to say it too loud, but Ashley Young did all right. And he got away with some stuff. He got away with some stuff. He really did. I know.
We say he's done okay, and he did do okay. But he could have lost us the game. And that's the exact reason that we didn't want him to play, by the way, is because he could give a penalty away, and he could have given two. Generally, we got away with the referee, but any other referee gives that. The handball, the arms out and stops the crossing completely, and his arms actually up.
Oh, we did get away with it.
Tackle. Yeah, the sliding tackle in the box was just so rash. Like, he wasn't going to get the ball. And that was no come together. And if it is a come together, it can't come together in the box like that. That's just why. Like, Ashley Young doesn't show his experience in those positions. He doesn't. And by the way, that's it. That's all I'm saying on Ashley Young, because I'm not being negative. We've just frigging won. And the biggest game of our season that was. So I'm not dwelling on that. Like, Ashley Young got the job done. Other than those rash crap decisions that he did. He got the job done. I'm so happy. I'm relieved.
Just while...
Go for it.
I was just going to say, while Royal Blue mentions it, the Notts Forest statement. I'm just reading it now. So this is off the official. Twitter or X for Forest. It says it's about half an hour ago posted. 3 extremely poor decisions, 3 penalties not given, which we simply cannot accept. We warned the PGMOL that the VAR is a Luton fan before the game, but they didn't change him. Our patience has been tested multiple times. NFFC will now consider its options. That's official. That's official Forest.
Up to office.
So
yeah, cool. Do you know what? We're happy. We're happy because we won. If those decisions was against us today, let's not beat around the bush. If those decisions was against us, we'd say the officials was trying to take us down. Of course we would. Like those decisions, I'm sorry, but they was penalties. And I would not say that. I would never I try and be biased towards Everton, but you can't even be biased towards that. Like, you really can't. The player's cross was not allowed to get crossed in for Nottingham Forest, Hudson-Odoi, because Young's arm was right out. And I hate the handball rule, but that is a penalty. The Young one doesn't make no contact with the ball. It is a penalty. And Paul, you just said there was another one as well, didn't you? That was a penalty.
Well, there was the handball. There was the which I actually didn't think it was a handball. To be fair, it reminded me a lot of Grealish yesterday against Chelsea in the wall. You know, his arm's sort of down by his side. It's a little bit out, but it's not. There's no intent and no sort of stuff like that. So no, I would say the handball wasn't for me. The first one where Reina was in the box and he's clipped him a little bit. It's weak, that one. It'd be soft, but you could understand why it would be given. The one I think probably should have been done would have been the guy that he was up against most of the afternoon, where it looked as though Younger got in there first, but actually when you see the replay, their winger got in there first and Young kind of went through the back of him. So, yeah, we did. We got away. We got away with that one especially.
All I'm saying, I'm not saying we should have got a penalty given against us. All I'm saying is on the statement that you've just read out, Paul, is that I completely understand why they'd be frustrated. That's all I'm saying. But at the end of the day, it's unfortunate for them. It's happened to us loads. It's happened to us loads this season. So
massive.
Yeah, it's happened to us loads. So we due a bit of luck with the amount and that Anaran ball that was given. Come on, seriously, it's happened to us so bloody much this season. Some of the decisions against us has been ridiculous. Like Young getting sent off in the derby, could have probably drew the derby. Was massively doing okay in that, and then Canate not getting sent off for a second yellow. We've had loads of bad decisions against us.
It's going to be the case, though, isn't it? All the teams that are down the end that we are have all been shafted by decisions throughout the season. Sheffield United have had some shockers. You know, Burnley have had a few, although Burnley playing out from the back all the time. Sometimes it's their own bloody fault, but we're all on the end of some harsh ones, and it's the ones who are up the top of the league who often get away with it. So, you know, everyone's getting stiffed, aren't they? But this time we managed to get away with one or two. Makes a change.
And also, McNeil scored a goal. It wasn't just Idrissa Gueye's goal that we talked about. We'll move on to the second goal. McNeil did score a goal. I just want to say before we talk about this McNeil goal, I tweeted at half time, like the moment we got the goal, we sat back and we was doing exactly what we did against Burnley for me. And they had a lot of the ball. There was Gibbs White was through. There was a couple of chances. Williams down the right hand side, and it was just typical Everton. As soon as we got the goal, we looked quite threatening. By the way, we looked like we was going to get the goal, but whatever we was looking like, we changed as soon as we got it and didn't carry on doing what we was doing. Now we come out second half. They was over us a little bit again. So all I'm going to say is it wasn't the perfect game. We just, for me, anyway, personally, you might say different, Paul, but we just did enough. We just grinded the game out. I mean, it wasn't the easiest game. It wasn't a nice game, but we just did enough, didn't we? I mean, they had a few chances. We had a few chances.
I think in that first half when we scored, I don't think we necessarily sat back after that straight away. I think the second half was more and more us sitting back and trying him on the break, but we ended up just defending our own half for probably about half an hour in that second half. But I'll show you the stats. Show you the stats off that man.
Me ba 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 bum. Ba 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 bum. Paul's getting his stats on the screen. Ba 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 bum. Ba 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 bum. Oh, what a win! I love it.
I know.
I love winning. We don't do it much, but I love it.
So first half, if you look at it, I mean, it says that they had far most of the ball. I thought that we actually kept the ball quite well, particularly that first half hour. It's probably the second half of that half, to be honest, that they had most of their possession.
Yeah, it was the moment they scored, probably.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
and Pickford blinding
What a
save,
save.
absolutely brilliant save. And Tarkowski to be around that, to be as close as he was to Woods today. I thought Tarkowski played really well, really well. I don't
Yeah,
know what
Pickford.
Andy
I feel
Hinchcliffe
like
was on
Pickford had a bit
about,
of a
saying it
bollocking,
should have been. Well, Andy Hinchcliffe said second half, I think he said, about Tarkowski handling the ball when it was around Woods. Oh God!
Oh, it
No,
was nowhere
I
near.
thought he had
They
a really good
VAR'd
game.
it, but yeah, it was nothing, nowhere near. Tarkowski was good as well this game. The whole defence, back four, was
Yeah, I thought so.
young a little bit. But
Second half went a bit more their way, but they didn't have a shot on target the whole second half. Had a few shots off goal, a few free kicks around it, but the lads defended stoutly.
yeah, well, that's the thing. I generally feel like we shown that we was better than Nottingham Forest. Like, I think personally that we didn't even get out of third gear. I really don't think we did. We got the goal because it's a relegation battle. We couldn't just go for it full throttle on the game. Like, there's loads more that we could have done. We didn't fully click, did we? Like, we clicked enough to just get this result and grind it out, but I don't think we was in full throttle, was we, Paul, in this game? So I'm happy with that. I am happy with that.
Mm.
Stats
It was
don't
a
always mean
tasty
everything, though,
game,
do they?
few yellow cards and stuff. No, not all. But I think it shows that it was, it was a fairly even kind of game. But we just had a few moments of brilliance that won it. The save from Pickford, Garner's tremendous curling shot into the corner, and McNeil's shot from outside the box and off the post. And lots of love for Dyche wearing a tracksuit instead of a suit.
You know what?
So
I actually noticed that, Paul. I noticed it because I seen someone in the comments saying Dyche with his shirt and thingy, thinking he's a Messiah in his shirt and trousers. And I thought to myself, like, when he had his trackie on, I thought, you know what? It's probably better for you. That's more you. That is more Sean Dyche in his trackie. And
I tell you, it's more
it was
similar
lucky.
to it's more similar to Moyes. Maybe he's morphing.
Morphing into David Moyes. I just think like you us as fans, we wouldn't go to the game in a suit, and I get why managers want to look smart and stuff like that.
Mm.
But Dyche is the manager. He's basically a player. Do you know what I mean? Get your gear on, get your Everton clobber on, and get on that freaking side of that pitch and pretend you're playing in your
Get
Everton
your coat
clobber.
on and get
And
moving.
that's what he did. Yeah,
That's basically
get
it,
you
isn't it?
get your trackie on, Everton trackie on, and get moving and get us
And
the
get
win. And that's what
moving.
Dyche did. So I noticed it as well. I noticed it.
And a shout out for Julia Bold today. I don't know whether you noticed her doing the stadium announcing today.
I didn't, because I didn't get that part, but yeah, shout out if you
Yeah,
got that role, because that's a cracker.
it is. Well, I think if it's Graham White who normally does the stadium announcing, he was at London Marathon today, so good luck to him. And Julia took his place by all accounts.
But she
So
got well
it
excited
was.
about
Yeah, so yeah, well, I saw her behind the dugout, but she was looking too professional. But to be fair, that was when Beto was lying down on the deck, so we were all a little straight faced at that point. Sausage crease on his shirt and tie.
that. Love it. Sean Dyche. Where are we all at now then? Like, this is the instant match reaction. How are we feeling now? I mean, it's just about getting the job done this season. Still don't think it was a massive performance where you think, wow, we're going to smash it and stay up easy. I think we grinded it out and probably shown that if we pull together and do that a couple of times, we can stay up. Nice to see McNeil get a goal, I think, as well. He's a confidence player, isn't he, McNeil? So that'll probably boost him up a little bit.
Massive, I would have thought. Massive.
Yeah. So did you see Calvert-Lewin? To me, looked like he come off injured. I might be wrong. It might have just been because he was shattered, but it looked like he had a bit of a knock.
He got a bit of a knock around the hour.
Yeah.
Carried on for about another 10 minutes, and then ended up sitting down again. So, yeah, not ideal, but precautionary. You know, we've
Well,
got
my
two.
point is if Calvert-Lewin is injured, Paul, Beto looks serious, so Beto might not be available for the derby either.
He won't be back. He won't be back for a few weeks, I would imagine.
No,
If
so
it's
so
if
it's
it's
it,
any
it,
if it's any kind of laceration across his face or on his head and stuff, you know, or he's got. I mean,
it'll be out.
he will have had concussion, so there's no chance of him playing Wednesday. He might
So
end
the
up being a couple
derby,
of weeks.
so the derby next game could be Shemiti.
Could be. Could be.
That's just my point. I
And
was just
Danjuma.
thinking it when I seen Calvert-Lewin come off. I thought, right, that's Calvert-Lewin injured for the derby. Beto comes on, so I'm thinking, right, Beto, make sure you look good because you're going to be the man for the derby. Then Beto gets injured as well. Then Shemiti comes on, and I'm looking at Shemiti thinking, what have you got for the derby as well? So, yeah, it just looks like it could be Shemiti for the derby or midfielders up front. We'll see
Yeah,
on that
could
one.
be.
But at least we got the job done.
It's true enough, no. And it's nice, isn't it, now? It's just nice on the rest of your
Burnley fan.
Sunday. The rest of your Sunday. You don't have to be
Had them on.
in a mood, do you?
No, I feel good. I feel like I've had all the weight taken off me now. Like honestly, it's bad energy, isn't it? Like wanting to win so much. How do you lads feel? Good to see Dwight McNeil get on the score sheet today. Think you did okay today. Think that's your season sorted now. Hope Beto gets better soon. Nice comment, mate. Glad you on the stream. I was saying you was good the other night. Burnley trying to get out of this relegation thing. Yeah, do you know what? We're not out of it yet. We're not out of it yet. We're not.
No,
We can
still
see
a
you
bit to go,
trying
yeah.
yeah, Burnley are picking up. We can see you trying to get out of the bottom three, and we know you won't stop trying to get out of the bottom three. Luton will keep pushing, and although Nottingham Forest lost today, I still feel they're going to fight stay up as well. So 3 points. If you would have said to us, Paul, on the pre-match, how many points do we need to stay up? I think we were saying 3 wins or something like that. So
yeah, I think
we're not there
the
yet.
other same as the other sides. I think all of us were saying 3 wins would definitely do it, but
Yeah.
there's no guarantees. We still need to play Luton. We still need to play Brentford. We still got to play Sheffield United. There's a couple of free-ish hits, if you like, with the derby and Arsenal last day. But we just want to enjoy the last day, don't
last
we?
game.
You know. Yeah. Oh, that could be immense, to be honest. I mean, just looking at just having a little look at the league.
But do you know what? We could literally not be in it now. Like we could get away from this now. We really could get away from this now. And the Blues, if you're still there, which I presume you are, when we win this derby, when we win this derby, we will look a lot safer. Like I think we'll be away from it when we win the derby.
Oh, that'd be
points there.
That'd be huge, really. That would be.
We can do it.
Massive.
We can do it.
Sorry,
I'm telling you.
see the points on there.
I was looking for the points and I can't see them.
Sorry, I'll move it over.
I was really looking, trying to get confused, thinking like, "Where's the points?" Like, I thought minus 32. I was like, "What? We've got more deductions there." But yeah, it's not letting you go across, is it?
No, I'll just have to do it like this.
It was there then, wasn't it? It was there.
It was.
And then you moved it. And then you grooved it. Then you moved it. Move it. I like to move it. I love McNeil's hustle too. Yeah, I thought McNeil pressed a lot better today. Do you feel like you got the response? I mean, we were saying we wanted a bit of response today. Felt like the players tried more today, personally. I just mentioned it earlier on, Paul. I think Pickford had a bollocking, it looked like, because he wasn't messing about or doing anything. Do you know what I mean? He looked like he was wanted to prove himself. Probably felt a bit stupid after that mistake, the Chelsea game. So Pickford definitely more than proved himself today. Everyone did, didn't he? Like, have you got a player that you're really, other than Young making those stupid challenges, you got a player you're frustrated with today? Gomes with the set pieces, but other than that,
No, set pieces and the recklessness from Young with those possible decisions. But you take that out. I tell you what I really liked. Well, one of the things that I really liked was Branthwaite bringing the ball out of defence today. Did it 2 or 3 times. There was one moment where he got to the edge of their box and then he stopped running. And actually, he gave the ball to DCL and DCL crossed it in.
I had to tweet
You know?
then. I had to tweet. I literally watched it and I thought, I've got to say something about Branthwaite on Twitter now. I really have. Sometimes I drop a tweet during the game, and that was the moment. Like, honestly, and I'm telling you, if Branthwaite kept going, he would have scored. It was a proper John Stones moment where Branthwaite was like, I'm going to go and see when I lose the ball. Oh, I haven't lost the ball. I'm in some good space. I'll keep going, see if I lose the ball. Branthwaite still doesn't lose the ball. And then he's like, I could take one more player on and have a shot on goal, or I'll play someone in. He tried to play someone in, but I'm telling you, he could have gone all the way. He is
really could.
like he doesn't know how good he is yet, Paul. Like we all say he's a goat. I know he made mistakes last game, but he doesn't do that often. We all say Branthwaite's incredible because Everton are playing shite football this season. We're not even seeing 50% of Branthwaite's capability. Like, if Branthwaite played for someone like Man City, like Stone's position, and got told he could go into the midfield sometimes, he'd be like freaking Rodri in the midfield sometimes. He's amazing on the ball, Branthwaite is. He's composed. He don't lose it. Like, he's got so much more to offer, and we just hold him back sometimes. Branthwaite is sensational. He's a goat. What a goat he is. What a goat. It was a cracking run, though, Paul.
It was a cracking run. It was brilliant. Tarkowski did the same sort of thing. No, not as good or as far up the pitch, but they're both comfortable coming forward with the ball. We just kept it a lot better today. So
Gomes
maybe the clear the air talks have worked and everyone was a little bit more relaxed because I don't think there was much panicking going on. Which was
do you know what I noticed as well? And I was thinking this, Paul. I was thinking, did they listen to our channel last night? And I know they didn't, by the way, because I know we ain't big enough yet for them to listen to this channel. But I literally I watched McNeil go into the number 10 position when he was playing left wing. Did you see?
Yeah.
At the start of the game, McNeil was like, literally, the commentator says, look, McNeil's actually going into the box and he's playing more inverted. And I thought, we said that last night. We literally said that McNeil has got to try and get in the box more, which he was doing, or just go across into the number 10. And then it just gave Mikalenko all the space behind him. And McNeil just got out of Mikalenko's way. I was like,
as well, Harrison popped up on the left a few times. I think actually we got a couple of free kicks out of Harrison being on the left-hand side in the first half. So maybe they are, Dan.
Well, I just do think that they are listening to us, definitely. Dyche knows I know what I'm talking about. He knows you know what you're talking about. But they generally...
See, the Blues says, Dan, he's been doing it all season, mate. I said that last night. I think he means they've been listening to and watching our shows all season.
That's what the Blues say. Dyche says, yeah. He definitely doesn't mean McNeil's been moving into the 10. No, he actually means Dyche has been listening to a channel all season. And I don't blame him. We've got the answers on Toffee Bluecast. But yeah, when you say, the reason I say that, Paul, you said our possession was a bit better today because the wingers kept the ball better for me. Like sometimes we'll put it out wide and it'll go out for a throw in or we'll lose it. But this time you've seen when Gomes and Gueye put it out wide, we kept the ball. And that's the difference sometimes, isn't it? If you bring it back into the middle of the park, you're actually seeing it go from the middle of the park to out wide, the middle of the park out, and then you can start moving it about a bit better. So there is positives. We wasn't amazing, but there is positives.
Yeah, I think we kept it better because Gomes had a good first half. Yeah, there's a few times in the game when he was on that he really had to try hard to keep hold of the ball because he was getting swamped by about two or three Forest players, but he didn't give it away very often, and he did switch the play quite a lot. So that was huge. It was good. It was good. I mean, looking at that table compared to before it, compared to Monday, it's it feels like a minor miracle because it could have been shocking.
You know what?
Could have been
You know
shocking.
what?
Luton could have beat Brentford. We could have got beat by Forest. We would be in the bottom 3 by now. But
But all
actually,
I'm saying
no.
is look at that table. I'm not looking below Everton, by the way. I'm not looking below Everton. I'm looking at that. This is the Everton fan in me now. I'm looking at that table, Paul, and what I'm thinking is, if we win the derby, we're on 33. We've got the game in hand to take us to 33. Then I know we play Brentford. We play Brentford. So then if we beat Brentford, we'll end up above them later on. That's what I'm thinking now. I'm thinking get away from this shit. Don't want to be in a survival game. Yeah,
No,
I do think we can push on.
Too late for Europe.
If we get more points back on the deduction, yeah, we might get Europe.
Yeah.
But I'm not counting on that. You know what I mean? Masters won't
hell.
be doing that. But I honestly do believe, even if we got a draw, say we got a draw in the derby, I think we're going to win it. But even if we got a draw in the derby, that takes us to what, 31? And that's a game in hand gone. Then we play Brentford and we beat them. We're only 1 point off Brentford, and we've got some good games coming up as well. So Brentford could end up below us. You could end up seeing us scared of this being Luton, Nottingham Forest, and us. Could see Brentford below us soon. You really could.
No, true enough. It's true enough.
I'm excited.
Certainly feel a lot more positive now, don't we, than earlier on in the week.
Just gives you something to play with, doesn't it, Paul? I think that's the most important thing. I think if you're like one loss away from being in the bottom 3, you're shitting your pants. If you've got like 3-4 points to play with, and don't take them for granted, but if you've got points to play with, Paul, next game, you know it's not like do or die on the win. So you can go in with a bit more freedom and try and win it a bit easier or draw if it's the derby. What a result. We are coming to an end now, people. Man of the match, we kind of spoke about it. Who was yours? Mine was Idrissa Gueye. I know some said Brantwaite.
No, Gueye for me. Gueye. I think he was consistent throughout. Just some good displays, but they got substituted. So Gueye wins it.
Can't change it either. I do think I get that excited. I need to slow down talking, but I do think that James Garner was pretty good when he come on. I said he needed to be subbed to give him a boot up the arse. He looked like a good bit of energy when he come on, didn't he? He put himself about.
I mean, it was smart to do that for Gomes, because Gomes would have floundered a little bit for the last 20 minutes, half hour. So Garner came on and shored things up, really.
Do you think Dan Juma could have come on?
Yeah, it was surprising. It wasn't even. I bet it'll be thought for Wednesday now. You know?
Yeah, it'll be in contention. Like you say, could even be an option for striker if we ain't got strikers. I'd like to see Shamiti play. I would, to be fair. I think we've got to play players in their natural positions. We've got 3 strikers. Calvert-Lewin, probably your first option, then Beto. And if he's not available, I think you've got to play Shamiti. Because the way we play, you need a big centre forward, don't you? I think personally. I know Shamiti is. He looked big, didn't he, Shamiti, when he come on?
He's not short. He's not short by any means, and he'll move about a bit. So he's third striker. So why wouldn't you?
Commentators was like Origi coming on, and he's got like all that reputation against us. And I was like, oh bloody hell, don't curse us. I think it was at 1-0. There was talking about Origi coming on. Got that job done nice and easy there. Do you know one thing I will say? We're ending the show now, but I thought, no disrespect, so I know, saying that, I know the Nottingham Forest fans probably listen to this because I've got a few that are regulars, and I thought he was below par today. I thought they would give us a harder game than what they did today, Paul. I really did. It was easier than what I thought. Am I wrong in saying that? I just thought with their attacking players, we would have had a lot more struggle with them. But even in the middle of the park, I thought when we spoke about it in the pre-match, they looked like they was going to give us a proper battle in the middle of the park, but it was quite easy for me.
I thought Gibbs White was off it. There was a good chat. I mean, he had a cracking chance second half where we just switched off, and I think he tried to curl it, but he didn't look up before he hit it. a bit more composure, that would have really put us on edge. So, I mean, they did have a few times where they all raced forward, a good 3 or 4 of them, but they just didn't. They just didn't create a chance when they did actually did that. The most dangerous parts were when Pickford's had to make a save in the first half from Woods, and everything else we kind of headed away. Really, second half they didn't have a shot on target.
I don't think they come at us. The reason I say that, by the way, is I don't think they come at us like a team that needed to win to stay up towards the end. It was quite towards the end. It was quite like chilled. I ain't been that chilled for a long time. Like,
no,
I know the injury probably made it more chilled as well, because that sort of injury they couldn't get going in those last couple of minutes. But it was quite a chill game.
Second half. Yeah, second half we totally slowed it down, broke it down. Play was broken up. We weren't really rushing to do anything, but neither were they, and they play much better in high paced games, and they didn't really. We didn't allow them to kind of do that, particularly in the second half. Everything was just very slow, time overthrowings. I don't mean time wasting. It was a very bitty second half.
It was, and we knew it was going to be like that because we know with this Everton team, there's loads of work to be done. So we're going to watch a lot of stuff where we see the players going through the motions and stuff like that. The fans was like fuming with those Gomes free kicks and stuff like that. Gomes had to say sorry. Yeah. He actually put his hand up, Gomes did, and goes, "I'm really sorry that my cross."
Should have
weird, isn't it? You don't normally see that. Yeah,
no.
Of course he should. But he's got to do better than that. But yes, Everton 2, Nottingham 3. Now, some would say, where are you getting your 2 goals from? Yes, we did score 2 goals today. And it was a 1 in 100 Idrissa Gueye. Well, Idrissa Gueye's been doing it, just done it twice now. So maybe we'll see the Cobra a few times in these last couple of games from Idrissa Gueye. He might be the saviour, the random player that scores goals for us.
True. You said 3-2. I went 1-0.
I know you did your shit.
Hey,
Blues, you're good at them,
Blues. Blues said we were going to lose 2-1.
The Blues said what?
The Blues said that we were going to lose 2-1.
The Blues said what? You! Come on, Blues, mate.
We had a few 1-1s, didn't we? And we had a few 2-1s. I can't remember anyone saying 2-0. Maybe it was one person. If it was you and you're watching, let us know. Yeah.
There was a lot of 2. There was a lot of. I think there was a lot of 2-0s, wasn't there?
Was there? I'll have to have a look back. Last night's show.
Remember. Sorry, but if you got it right, well done. I got it wrong. I said 3-2. I thought they'd score goals, but like I say, that's because I thought they'd come at us more than what they did. Like the Blues said, it is fine margins. Pickford won the save. If that goes in, it's a different game. Gueye's shot that he doesn't normally score. If that didn't go in, it's a different game. It is fine margins, but we're not normally on the end of good fine margins, and we actually was today. So that is the instant match reaction. Me and Paul have come live to celebrate. Everyone's really happy. We spoke to everyone in the group. Blues is happy. Everyone's happy. Show goes on. But I really want to just stay up with no stress, Paul. And that's a good start to it, isn't it? That is a really good start to it.
That'd be lovely. That'd be lovely. No stress in May. No stress in May. Fingers crossed.
It feels like it's the perfect time to play the derby. Do you think as well?
Why not?
Yeah, I think you did, Emma. I remember someone saying it. But yeah, you did say heart and head. I remember now, actually. So well done. You kind of should have just stuck with your heart. I did tell you that on the channel last time. I said, don't listen to your head, go with your heart.
Go with your heart.
Your heart was right. So yeah, I think the derby's a perfect time, Paul.
Yeah,
after winning that, it feels like let's have a big game.
Yeah, I know. Oh, it'd be so good to get a win, wouldn't it? It would be so good to get a win.
It would just be great. And although you can't lose, like you don't want to lose, if you did lose because we've won this game, it's not the end of the world. I feel like if we would have lost this game and we lost the derby, we'd be going big trouble.
Yeah. Different.
That's the difference. That is the difference. Winning this just puts you into the derby a lot better spirits. And it puts you where you can actually play the derby where it's not be an end all. Your result doesn't affect you that much, and that might entitle us to go and do this in the derby. I'm ready. I'll get the Spartan outfit out for the derby.
Well, I mean the pressure's on them really, because we've got that win today. The pressure's on them. They need a win to keep up with Arsenal and City. And I know they'll just sort of turn around and say, "Oh well, it's City's. We're out of it now." Blah blah blah. But they don't really think that. So they have to get a win against us. So it's nice for them to have the pressure and us, now that we've won today, to have actually a free hit, because no one expects us to win it. So maybe on a Wednesday night, lights at Goodison, all that jazz. Maybe Emma's head's going to be right and Emma's heart's going to be right, and we'll get a win for that as well.
Oh, it's quite weird because I was on a space the night before yesterday's night, and I was trying to get on it. It was Garcia. Do you know Garcia, who was boxing last night?
Oh right, yeah.
I was trying. He goes on spaces a lot, so I was on Type Bluecast and I kept pressing like "let me in," and it's a big space, so he's not going to let me in, is he? But I wanted to get in because I was like, you know what, you're getting a lot of shit, and I've got a feeling, Garcia, there's some fire in your belly. And I tried to get on the space to just give him a big up before his fight. And everyone thought Garcia's going nuts and that he's going to lose. And he had the pint before the fight and stuff like that. And he was saying everyone's hating on me and stuff like that. And he's going for a lot of shit from the media. And I thought, you're going to win. And I woke up this morning and he battered him. And I love it because he had that passion. It was like a Rocky. Do you know where like you're not expected to win, the wild card? Garcia had that. And I knew Garcia would do it. And he was like... with his speed and stuff like that. So I woke up all pumped, and I just knew that this was going to be the day that Everton are going to win the game, and we did. We did it. We absolutely did it. So it's boss. Have a good night. Go and treat yourself to your favourite food. Have a boss one. Me and Paul are going to go celebrate now. See you later, everyone. Up the Toffees, baby. 2-0.
Toffees.
We're staying up. We're going nowhere, baby.